Okay, so now we are holding by An Chaf Beis Iyar. Tanya of the day teaches us something amazing. People they learn Torah, not learn Torah. People they meditate the greatness of Hashem. You can go to different parts of the world, do different meditations. We have the Tanya meditations that we learn from Tanya, from Hasidus, and from Kabbalah. Different meditations that we do in order for us to feel connected to Hashem. Now, once you feel so close to Hashem, you feel extremely connected to Hashem, especially with this last meditation that the Tanya taught us, which is meditating how everything before Hashem is literally worthless, doesn't have any value whatsoever. And you're thinking about that and meditating that, and different meditations about that we learned before that also about how Hashem contracts Himself for us and does everything for us, and lowers Himself for us. All these things bring us to a level, to a place where we feel, I don't want to be here anymore. This world just hides Hashem. I can't see Hashem anywhere, and I know what Hashem is. I want my soul to go back to its creator. It's called Kalot HaNefesh. And it could happen if a person does these meditations. This can really happen. So what do? We can't. It could literally happen. Our souls can literally leave our bodies. There's numbers of stories about that happening. It's not something that's never happened before. We have in the Torah. We have amongst other tzaddikim, and hopefully we'll all be tzaddikim. We'll also have this assign, this test of keeping our souls in our body. So the Tanya is telling us what to do with this. Later on, I'll explain how I think it's also more practical. But first, let's go over the Tanya. Um, so by me feeling that I want my soul to come out of my body, I need to remember. I need to meditate. Wait a second. Why am I here? Why did Hashem put me in this world? And then I remembered, Hashem wants me to make this world a godly place for Hashem, a dwelling place for Hashem. How do I do that? By learning Torah with my physical body, and with everything that I ate becomes holy by the Torah that I'm learning now, because of what I ate, I'm able to learn Torah. Because of what I drank, I'm able to learn Torah, and and by me learning Torah with my mouth and my body, I'm making myself holy, and then I teach others, and they also become holy, and then I do mitzvahs, and all these things that I do is in order to make a dwelling place for Hashem in this world. This is why I was created. This is what I'm here for. And then I remembered, wait a second, let's take the spiritual high that I have, put it on the side, and do what I'm here to do. What my focus is. Focus is on bring godliness down to this world. So now I'm gonna be more part of this world, connected to this world, doing things in this world. There's actually a risk involved. By a person connecting himself to this world and becoming more attached to this world, he's very likely to start overdoing it and start eating more and drinking more and sleeping more and everything's Hashem Shamayim. And then he also starts losing focus of Hashem because you become more physical and you start forgetting about Hashem. And then you start doing things that kind of like it's a path that you're going down that eventually you're gonna distance yourself from Hashem. You're gonna lose focus, what you're here for, and you're gonna start just enjoying this mundane physical world, forgetting about why you're doing this in the first place. So if you by becoming more physical, you're actually distancing yourself from Hashem, and you can become so distant from Hashem you already forget about Hashem. So what do? So then we need to remember, wait a second, Hashem is so amazing and Hashem is so great and this world is nothing and everything before Hashem in this world is not worth anything, and everything Hashem does for us, like only a father does for his son, really lowering himself, going beneath himself, putting himself under the floorboards for us. All these things is what I need to remember once I'm really attached and connected to this world. I've already started to forget Hashem. So we always need this back and forth. You're thinking about Hashem, you feel you want your soul to leave your body already, so you have to ground yourself. Wait a second, I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to bring godliness down to this world. So now you're going to start getting involved more in this world. You're going to start becoming more physical and more mundane person. And then you're going to start forgetting Hashem. Wait a second. Let's remember back. Let's remind ourselves about Hashem again. So remind ourselves about Hashem, and we start meditating more and more, and then we reach a level again. We want our soul to leave our body, so remind ourselves again. Wait, we got to ground ourselves now. Let's bring ourselves down. let's go back down to earth. So we're always going back and forth, down to earth, up to Shemayim, down to earth, up to Shemayim. And by doing so, we always are able to focus and do the and fulfill what our goals in this world for us to fulfill, what Hashem wants us to do in this world. Now, I think if we're gonna make this something, lower it to not where a person reaches a place where my soul leaves my body, but I'm really enjoying the kollel. I'm really enjoying learning Torah, or I'm really enjoying the davening. There are people that it's hard for them to leave the Torah learning. In fact, there's a story of someone who asked for a tzedakah from someone who was learning Torah, and he was so engrossed in his Torah he couldn't allow anybody to bother him. And by the end, this person was collecting money. He actually died. But whatever. It's a The point is that there are people they take it to an extreme. They're too much in the Torah. They're too much in the davening. They're too much in the chesed. I only do chesed. I don't know. People do chesed and their wives and their kids aren't. I don't know why. And they just get so hooked and so attached to what they're doing that they lose focus. Wait a second. I have purpose in this world. I have other things I need to take care of. Other things I need to do. So we need to remind ourselves. Wait a second. I'm in a high right now. I need to ground myself. I gotta think about my wife and kids. I gotta think about my work. I gotta think about other things that I actually need to do. And then by doing so, I by doing so, you will be able to not let yourself get so hooked to all these things that you're hooked onto the Torah and the tefillah and the chesed, and you'll be able to actually also do everything that you want to do. You know, get into the Torah, get into Hashem, but then ground yourself. And I think also vacations could be a good idea. You come home from vacation, you feel, I need a vacation from the vacation. I think it might help you just to remind yourself you're coming back to fulfill your purpose in this world. If you're just coming back for, I have to go to work, what can I do? I have no choice. So you're coming back to a pretty depressed life. But if you remind yourself, I'm coming back for a purpose. I was in a vacation. I was on vacation. I got into, let's call it a high, and a high of vacation. And now I need to ground myself. What's the grounding part that I do? I don't just tell myself, ugh, I have to do this. This is terrible. Like, well, what other choice do I have? What, I'm going to get into debt? I'm going to owe people money. What else can I do? No, you tell yourself, I am here to fulfill my purpose in this world. Then you come with a better, with a better, feeling better about what you're doing with yourself. And with that, I think you'll have a much more enjoyable